That's a telegraph message.
Yes. About 125 years ago, Samuel Morse invented the telegraph, a way to send code messages over an electric wire. The code was made by using different clicks for each letter of the alphabet. First message sent over 40 miles of wire was, "What has God wrought?" The telegraph was, and still is, wonderful.
Hello, hello everyone. Actually, wait, is this just working now? Because last time I set the game screen to just whatever full screen God damn it! Yeah, I was going to say, oh no, this obviously is not working because it would have popped up already. Beat me to it. Also, I just realized that for some ungodly reason, I have all the volume just way too quiet because point is music of the game is good, so yeah. Is that no, that's still really quiet. Do like 40 something percent. Yeah, it's master volume up to 100. Let's see what that does. There we go. That's good enough. But I hope everyone's doing well. I am completely fried out of my mind. I think it's because like Christmas is coming up and my workplace just I get a week off from work because of the union for the manufacturing plant we're connected to just shuts down and said you're giving everyone that whole week. So I think my brain has preemptively fried itself because it knows that I don't have to do jack shit or think for like a week straight. Which is why I also do not have the mental capacity for like any of the turn-based games that we have going on. And oh, that is now the audio's way too much. All right, get back down there to 50, you son of a bitch. So we are just going to be playing Risk of Rain 2 because despite it needing more brain power, who yelled that? Hey, but what the hell? All right, I was just going, welcome in Raiders. I was just going on about how I have literally no brain power. And then like 3 different things happened, but I get you the shout out, or the full Twitch shout out. How was Dungeon Defenders? I'm not really familiar with that game. Welcome in and thank you again, Yoke Misha, for the raid. For everyone new here, I am Eldritch Horror of Bread, Eldritch Horror from Beyond Reality, who found an old man blockbuster full of classic games and decided, yeah, this is my entire personality now. I'll never leave home. Tonight, because my brain is completely empty and everything on the schedule is long story RPGs that has a lot of plot and reading, we're playing Risk of Rain 2 because I've played this game way too much and can just kind of deal with that. VTuber's law: when a VTuber starts stream, something on PC will break. You do not know when, you don't know what will be, what will happen. Well, in that case, it was the streamer before stream. Well, welcome in. Welcome in, UK Misha. I know I'm not pronouncing that right. Really sorry about that. Thank you again for rating. I really appreciate that. If you need to go take a break, get a snack, do whatever after stream routine or care that you have for you, please do. It's very, very appreciated. Also, VVT, thank you so much for the first time chat. Hope that you're having a good night. And first thing I was trying to do before everything started happening all at once. Welcome Botanical, and I am not going to remember how to pronounce that name or what else to call you, but Australia, hope that you both are having good nights. So late won't be around forever, but yeah, no problem at all. Like, I totally get having to raid and run. Usually my regular schedule is when I get done with stream, I either have so little energy left that I have to, I can only stay. Oh, that's gonna be fun. Stay in for like a little bit, or just have to like GTFO immediately. For hunt. Hell yeah, get some food. Where I'm rebranding the start of the year change. I mean, it's fully not a you problem. It's my brain is failing at basic English. This is going to happen a lot. I am not expecting much of anything. Let's do Railgunner. Try that this time. But at the very least, that's an annoying place for Stone Titan to be. Just like no, because the whole gimmick with that is that you're supposed to take like actual cover from its charge laser, and in like half of the spawn places, it just does not have cover. Why did I go for a character that requires precision? Guess who I got a random gift sub for? Gobsy? That seems highly probable. And nobody can pronounce it. Yeah, that is actually fair. We are not picking up Bungus. Like, at least for me, the problem is always that, oh, your name is stupid long, and that's a little bit easier to deal with because I can say, well, if you'd learn how to do ats in chat, then that would solve the issue. Huh. You know what? I'll keep that. I'll rock the crowdfunder. We might actually survive long enough for that to be useful. I don't know. Ow. The energy and all is fine, but 2 a.m. God damn it. That is very late. It might be because like my schedule has me waking up early for work, but like all the people I know who can casually get to 2 a.m. and still function, I assume they don't wake up at 6, but that is just, no matter what I try, I always start lagging, and like the brain gets worse the later it goes on. As much as I like staying up late, it is, oh dang, I need like one more. Hello. The longer I do it, the more I suffer. Power elixir. You know, at least Railgunner solves the biggest problem, which is the Stone Titans. I want to go to bed at 2, get up before set. Damn. I suppose at least half of it is just if you're used to that shit, then you can definitely then like you'll eventually get used to it, especially if you've done it for a long time. But yeah, because it's all sleep, like the schedule you have for sleep matters a whole lot more than the actual hours. Ooh, I'll take that. That too. I have I think it's a rock star in my fridge that I looked at before stream. I'm like, all right, do I do it or should I not? And it was tempting. Actually, damn it. I didn't say it out loud. I don't actually have a good reason not to. Let go. All right, the music's a bit loud. Yeah, next time I die, I'll grab that. All right. All right, the tracking rounds are nice until Hey Sith, how are you doing? We are. But I hope that you're doing well. Always nice seeing you around. Ooh. I do love the penetration on the sheer joy of hitting an enemy and the one behind them also pops. Just never gets old. Oh, how was the Christmas party? Is it one of the fun ones where there's free booze, and actually good food, or is it one of the boring ones where you actually have to be normal? Because there is definitely a correct answer to which one's the best type. Get out of here, Beatles. I saw another. Brought my own. Oh, actually sounds pretty fun. Like, bring your own booze, but a good gift exchange can be pretty fun, especially if you just end up walking away with, like, if you do a white elephant and everyone bought gifts for humor instead of like, I'm gonna try to get something that everyone will like, and they instead say like, okay, good. I don't know what you're going to do with 5 toilet brushes I duct taped together, but that is no longer my problem. Those are the superior type of gift exchanges, where you just kind of grab whatever and it is now their problem entirely to figure out what the hell to do with it or how to get rid of it. So, oh right, all the wandering vagrant, their weak spots are put in the absolute worst place. Oh damn it. Wait, I forgot to charge. I completely forgot I can one-shot bosses. I forgot what this character does. What place third did I get? If it's... Wait, you redeemed third? I think you got first. Because I completely missed that. I'll scroll back up in the redeem. Oh. What killed them? I don't have anything that... I guess I shouldn't. But I'm pretty sure no one does. Oh, right during the raid? Oh yeah, I did not fucking see that for anything. I'm just gonna call it first, and if somebody redeems second and suddenly cannot redeem anything else on that, then we will know. Oh wow. Tosis, I probably should have upped that. And the butters. Alright, let me get that for you. What button does what? And wait. I just had an idea, and I want to try something. This is a complete and total sidetrack, but there's a VTube Studio update with thanks for the knife. Wait, why didn't that? It might be because of the sub menu I'm in, but that should have knocked my eyes out. Weird. But VTube Studio added a whole bunch of just innate model effect things. So like I can make everything vibrate, but also just explode my very being. I don't know what use I'll get out of this, but with the pinned item, it just kind of turns into a little solar system. I was messing with this off screen, and there is a whole lot of really cool stuff. Like, you can get like digital glitches. Yeah, what's up? Oh, yes. The whole mitosis redeem to just put up another body for me to possess is one of my all-time favorite. Multiple breads on top of each. That has happened a couple. Oh, okay. I want to see what happens when I do that. I'm just going to grab a bunch of them now. Get over here, because I am curious. I did this before with my other model, that it seems to just take any items you have and orbit them. But I'm now curious if it'll do like a full solar system effect with all of this. All right, one more. But for a bit, I'm going. You gotta work for the mitoses, so these will be going away after we try. But all right, effect model. Wait, ASCII text effect? What? Oh my god! I've turned into NetHack. I didn't see that one. The chore redeem my dreams. You do thing where you become the solar system. There are some cool effects that really. Oh, it only works for the ones that are connected. All right. Oh, that's good to know that any effects are just the model and connected items. But there are a lot of things that I can use for just eldritch horror type redeems. Also, welcome in Mecha. Ah, shit. I see. Top good. Yeah. Yeah, I only mess with a couple of them, and man, like Twitter and Blue Sky was very much burying the lead on what all these effects could do. Because like I saw everyone doing the model explode ones with like one or two variations in there of what they were doing. What the heck is Shatter Spleen? That would actually be really good because I can guarantee crits very easily. That's over there. But I just don't have any boss items. Or accuracy. One of those two is a bigger problem. But yeah, I definitely need, I think over the weekend I'm going to be taking a bit of time to see what I can get up to with the new effects things. Because I know that there's some people like, wait, when I get the sticky bombs? God damn it, that's what you wanted. That's what you wanted the stack for, it isn't it? Well played. It's here for a chill time. Nice. Oh, hope the brain bees get better, because I wouldn't say mine's bad, it's just not working, but mood. A little bit, fucking bungus. Yeah, a little bit silly tonight. It's Friday. We don't need to think or be serious. Everything's legal and things legal. Just do whatever the hell you want. But, yeah, so many. I should probably grab that. And God damn it. The multi-shops always have like the two thing. It's always either nothing that'll help you or two things that will guarantee, that would be so nice, but you have to pick. Yeah. But yeah, there's. Ugh. Where was I going with that? Everything is legal. Everything is legal except for the bungus. The bungus is still widely frowned upon unless you add on a little bit of whistling, writhing. I don't know. The point is that bungus is only good if you have at least one wungus, because that's actually useful for how I play. I guarantee the only time we will see the bungus activate is in the void, or if I'm waiting for something. It will. Ooh, meat hook. I don't know what this does, but I'm glad to have it. But we will not see any use from bungus in a meaningful way.
It's never the answer.
It's the solution.
Hope you're doing good, and thanks for the bop. That is coming. It is creeping. Does the backup magazine actually do anything for this? I'm not sure if the backup magazine is useful or if it has some background. God damn it, another Chrono Bobble. Check the group chat. That will probably be after stream because brain. But we'll do afterwards. Also, thanks for the violence. That is always the solution. Wait. No, I missed the Titan and hit the wisp behind him. Ah! This is going wonderfully. Well, at least he's big, slow. His head's shaped funny. And it's weak. Yeah. Ow. Okay, that's actually not terrible for right now. I really need crowd control. Wait, I have gasoline? I thought I picked up the syringe. Doesn't matter. Just grab more stuff and throw it at whatever you got. What is it? Oh yeah, the VTube studio effects. Like, I know that a lot of people were just generally excited for like low level, for the studio having innate low level tricks, or editing tricks, so that they don't have to do anything in like post process for their videos, or have easier access to like whatever standard or kind of tropey things that they want to do. But honestly, there's a whole lot of things that I had originally wanted as like model rigging them. Like, all right, I'll bookmark this as like a future thing, but maybe one day. But it'd be cool if my model could do this, and like the various digital or analog glitches. Like I had saw that, I'm like, oh, I was going to talk, that was on the list of things to talk to one of my model artists or riggers about eventually, but now I guess I can just do it. Sweet. Which, honestly, VTube Studio is probably one of the few pieces of tech I regularly use for streaming that I am really excited for every time it updates. Because, like, OBS, usually I don't update that until I'm like 1 or 2 versions past, because it has a reputation for just, oh, no, another one. I'm going to try to make sure that all of these are connected, so that, or to like somewhat attached to the main models, so when we get a lot of these, we can hit the model glitch again, because that, I will admit to finding that really cool. Alright, I probably should have actually used my equipment last boss battle, but it's fine. Probably. But does not pierce. Good to know. Ooh, void cradle. Ah! I do not have mid-air control. Encrusted key. I think these are both good. Or like the rusty key and encrusted key are pretty okay. It's just I can never I am absolutely awful at finding like where it spawns in the map. Even with like the equipment that specifically helps you find where like the radar one that pinpoints where everything is, I still cannot find it. Ooh, ukulele. Not sure if there's a good option on that multi-shop. Oh, thanks for the butters, and that is off. Yeah, unfortunately, because the butter is a is like a technically an expression, like the same way any other VTuber would have like a jacket or clothing toggle, that it doesn't add more. Ooh, Gubo Jr. That I want. Ah. Wait, I actually hit him? How? I really thought I missed. I don't... Yeah, there's no way a railgunner has aim assist. Like, the whole point of the class is you have to be accurate. I think it was like 200. Ow. God, I forget how much the bands help, because it's... At least the fire one gives you a little bit of an AoE.
Bread.
Hey, Butterfly, okay, there's definitely... This is definitely giving me good reason to swap up all my sound redeems, because I forgot I had that and got jump scared. But how are you doing today? I hope that you're doing well. That could cause climate change. Becca, we've talked about this. No climate change. Welcome back. No, I hope you're doing well, Butterfly. I am head emptying today and just for a little bit. Oh, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate that, and thanks for being so kind about it. Like, it's always appreciated and great to see you around. Oh, hey, the teleporter. Wait, was that? Oh, beetles. I'm like, something sounded squishy in a way that I don't know how to squish. Never a dull moment in my life. One of those days, I see. Nope. Well, I hope things are calming down at least, or that you don't have to deal with it anymore today. Pick an eye. Any eye. That hit? That's red numbers, so I'm going... Yeah, that hit. Oh, and Will-o'-the-Wisps. This... If I'm lucky, this can get silly. I hope I'm lucky, because I want silly. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention what we're doing, but I'm basically just achievement. Ah! I also forgot that all the Doom noises were on there instead of the basic ones. Thanks for the Revenant. Nope, more BS has occurred. Ugh. Good luck. Like, that is... Anything that happens on a Friday night... Oh, good. Clonk. The clonky one's here. I'll shoot it till it dies. Anything that happens on Friday night is not fun to have to deal with, so I wish you the best of luck. I'm just gonna launch myself upwards to see what's up here. That works. It's me. I'm the clonky. Well, if you have a rocket launcher for one arm, then yes. I'm still surprised with the last Doom stream, how just the sheer difficulty increase between the last, like, level 3 and the last two. Because I was not expecting that much of a massive increase in difficulty. Like, that at least half fried the brain. Ooh, what's over there? Tougher times. I would, but I really need to scrap her, because there's just enough stuff that is problem with white 3D printers is you get to a point where all the stuff is that you have, like, white items are usually what my entire run hinges on. That you just can't risk maybe getting more of better item for the general utility a lot of random stuff has. Oh, good. There's a boss monster here. So far, it's going. We died once with a commando, but oh yeah, this map is like it's. Oh, how dare you throw me in the air? Like, you're supposed to be able to get here without dropping below half health for like the last character I have to unlock, but it's so hard to do. It's so difficult. And this one alone, I forget that you can get all the way up there. Like, if there's chains you can climb, simply because the ground is challenging enough. There's enough shit going on in the main area. I forget everywhere else. Oh, I know that was Risk of Rain and would have brought an umbrella. Well, we'll see. Ooh, let me get the let me get that mitosis for you. Tried to type in mitosis onto the search bar. I'm like, why isn't this coming up? And another tiny one. Thank you. Oh, a focus crystal. That's going to be very useful, I say, as I immediately use it. Let's see, a harpoon. I think that's the most useful thing, because I don't know, I had a pretty good run off stream beforehand when I was figuring out what the hell I wanted to do tonight that involved me just bunkering up with a whole lot, with a shit ton of various drones and squid polyps alongside. Oh right, I should be looking for the encrusted key cache, which is somewhere. I don't know where, but they claim it exists. Nope. Monster tooth, meh. So maybe there's something to just having a whole lot of bullshit following you around. Put it in the forever box. That's why I can't find it. Fucking forever box. Oh, maybe I should deal with everything back there. I think at least half of it is that anything that has, because I assume that it's a set spawn for, now it probably spawns in place of a chest or something like that. But every game, and I don't know if this is just a me thing or if it's the same for like a lot of people, but every single game where it's like set maps of like, oh yeah, you go here, 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 I can never remember where anything is, no matter how often I've played. I am always just lost and running around discovering things new for each time. You know, I'm not sure about the mechanics of that one. Yeah. I missed! The one thing I needed to hit. Ah. Yeah, because I've recently somehow gotten into extraction shooters like Escape from Tarkov, specifically one called Marauders, which is just, wait, oh right, the Goobu Jr., which the basic vibe is massive fans of Escape from Tarkov made a simplified version of the game set in space, but everything's like World War II guns and aesthetics and submarine like. Oh, you have I am also bad at Marauders. Like, at least part of the reason I'm so head empty is I jumped into 2 games and both times just got absolutely destroyed by people who were either felt like they had, oh wait, teleporter's in charge yet. That's going to be an issue. I thought it was done. But yeah, I either got straight on destroyed by people or who were like either over-geared or just ambushed me out of nowhere. And then I'm like, all right, I'm not having good games. I'm just going to take a nap or something. I don't know. I'm crashing hard. Yep. Oh, thanks for the alert, Sith. Hope that you're having, hope you have a good night. Yeah, other players are mean. Like, one of my one of the first games where I actually successfully escaped, like I saw someone else going for the escape point. I'm like, well, I'm full of loot. He's full of loot. Why the hell would I fire at him? And then other times it's like, I guess I'm getting fired at even though I'm halfway to escaping or all the way at the other side of everything. That's cool. Yeah. Because at least, and I think at least half of my problem with why I'm kind of bad at those types of games is just you have to make a good argument for why I should. What the? Oh, the encrusted cache. Yeah, we'll get a light cell. This should be fun. We'll see what happens with this. Because like half of the time, if I saw another player in a map and they didn't fire at me first or wouldn't fire at me first, I'd just be like, oh, hey, need help looting? I guess I'm just too nice for Tarkov. Yep. All I know about Tarkov is the hacking stuff talked about in the Lucid Chips podcast. Yeah, I don't really know much about Tarkov, just that the devs... What the hell is that thing? Just that the devs for Marauders are huge fans of it, but tone down like the survival stuff. About open world loot games brings out meaning how many times randoms hunt me and sink it. Yeah, Sea of Thieves is another one that I'm just like, yeah, the rewards and feeling I get from actually completing a task do not match up with the annoyance that it gives me from trying to do anything. Same. I either am able to just completely take the loss in stride or like have some good... Oh wow, that almost killed me. Or like some good games, and other times it's just no, I am just getting tilted. I don't know, this thing's annoying me, so I'm... What? Ah! He teleported. God damn it. Hey, look at my stuff. Blasted for no reason, lose that. Yes. Yes, like sometimes you have the absolute good runs and just want to calmly vibe. And then it's like, well, guess everyone in this map just decided to fuck me in particular. Bah. Yeah. And the annoying thing is that I actually really like the more hardcore aspects of that game. Ah, hey Cass, how are you doing? Let me get the mitosis going. Ah, thanks for all the bread. Hope that you're doing well and that your RimWorld streams have been going, yeah, going good. Ah, no, going good. I've seen that you've been enjoying that a lot and having fun working in there. Getting either with no objective, so I'm not super bummed when I get got, or full orc and embrace the random. Well, the problem I have is that regardless of what I do, it just doesn't always feel fun to just go in and and because like most of the times when I die, I either am able to loot in relative peace and see absolutely no one, or I step off my ship and just there's somebody there who I mag dump them in the chest with whatever I have, and whatever they have somehow kills me in like 2 or 3 shots. Like that whole whenever you're losing wherever you're losing a multiplayer game, when it gets to that point when it feels like, what weapons are they using, and is my aim really that bad that whatever I'm doing is completely ineffective? I almost missed it. It's a little little laggy, so it needs a bit of rework. You know, fair. A big mod pack like I saw you had definitely would do that. Sticky bomb, maybe, but I suppose. Wait, no, I just need I just need items. So many blue items, but I don't think any of them are like good. And there's such a gamble, I'm not sure it's worth spending the coins for it. I mean, I could. Oh, that's just down a hill. I thought for a moment that the second stone titan was a tiny little baby. Like, he looked so small, but now he's just far away. You can see if he has it for other looter shooters. Is no one really camps the exfil loot set. Yeah, it's hard to camp because like nobody really camps, and it's kind of it's kind of up in the air for what you'd even get if you camp. But I don't know, they're a genre that, like that whole thing, aside from Sea of Thieves, which I never really played much, it's a genre I don't really have much experience with, and I enjoy it for the aesthetics, the gun styling, and if they had a version where you'd get worse loot but could drop directly into a lobby full of CPUs and just like train your aim a little bit, that would be so nice. Get down here! No, like actually get down here. Seriously seriously wasted the entire corruption. Thanks to the Mancubus. We wasted all the corruption just because he refused to get down here. Oh, and thanks for redeeming third. You are second to redeem third. Whoever redeems it next will have the coveted honor of remembering this exists for 3 separate redeems of it. Well, I guess I'm going to stay fully healed because he's too far away. Oh. Jerk. Well, now we have 2 will-o'-the-wisps, and oh my god, we're almost dead. Congratulations on third, Butterfly. I suppose the standard reward is me remembering that I really need to make some sort of reward aside from bragging rights. All right. On one hand, that was painful. We almost died. On the other hand, I will definitely take an early void run.
Hey,
wait.
listen.
Hey, I'm listening, Mecha. What you got? Actually, time's actually stopped here. Nice. The Arachnotron. Classic. Weird spidery things. 3 items, 5 items for... Is that a Pocket Eye CBM? Brilliant Behemoth. That would actually be nice. No, it's either the dunes or to the void. Brittle crown, visions of heresy, beads of fealty, stone flux. I would be kind of tempted for the stone flux pauldron because double health is kind of nice, but I don't want to deal with a lower attack speed in a, because normally if I'm like just doing whatever, I'll do like a artifact of command run, so I can choose the items and just stack a whole bunch of soldier syringes and mochas to offset the fact that you lose half of your attack speed with Stoneflux Pauldron. There gonna be a new Risk of Rain soon? Well, there kind of actually already has. They've announced a new DLC, Into the Storm, for this that's coming out. There's also Risk of Rain Returns, which is a remake of the original game. And from what I've get these things. From what I've seen on their Twitter, they're doing like a mobile game with that has a couple of new characters for it. Oh my god, these things are so annoying. Yeah, I'll take the goat hoof. So there's a good amount of like stuff you can do with Risk of Rain before even having to mod it. Because I already have one DLC out, which I got, which is where I got this weird funky void fiend. Wait. Yep. Returns. Yeah, it's a remake of the original, so it is in 2D, but it's also, I've seen a friend play it, and it's very nice and hectic. Look at the goat hoof. Like, I want to say they did a good job of having the same... I'd say that they have more chaos than... Oh. I should have checked that before. Like, it has more chaos than 2 on there, which... There's one less dimension to worry about, so that makes sense. Hey, first monster in the void? Yeah, I guess because just screw me tonight. I mean, aside from the fact that they're, you know, flying jerks, and I'm playing a character that does not have the best... Well, actually, he has both the best and worst range of all the non-melee characters. Because this beam just has a range of yes, like it's actually infinite. But that's assuming I can maintain the controlled form. Yes, gasoline. So, ooh, wait, fuck. I actually did not want Wungus. I want Wungus because on this particular one, you can see it flickering, but any healing reduces the corruption meter. Ooh. Yeah. We'll just trade everything in for syringes. Because getting this out even faster. But no, it's kind of a bad trade-off for healing on this one. Oh, hey, it's... Okay, weird thing. Somebody threw a knife earlier, and it did not do... It did not remove my face. But then when you come through... I don't know, I guess the knife just likes you better. But how are you doing? And hope that you've been doing well today. We are head empty and doing this. Oh no, you're fine. Like, I do not expect anyone to show up for stream, and like, life happens. You're not always able to be there when stream starts, and like, that's completely understandable. So don't worry about it all. But I hope that things have calmed down a bit more today, and you're able to have a restful evening. Or, God, they're fucking everywhere. At least they only have shield generators. I can deal with shield generators. Fucking hell. It's just been a crazy day. I feel like everyone has had a rough day. Like I've heard people say that, oh yeah, the closer you get to Christmas, everyone's just generally happier. And I just kind of look at them when they say that, because sure, but also, have you seen some of the shit that happens? Like, Christmas is not necessarily a calmer time. Yeah, like work stress. 'Cause I will admit that, because of the fact that I counted cars when I went home, there was only like 12 people at work today for me. But for a lot of people, like anyone working retail or anything sales related, it is not getting calmer in the holiday season. It's getting the opposite. Yeah. It's BS. It's just not. Oh, great. They have tougher times. So that is a sign to bail soon. The holidays are only calmer for a select amount of people, and that is far from the majority. Yeah, what I say about people who work retail, I think people think it's a joke, but I am completely serious when I say that everyone who works in retail in some capacity should be issued one flintlock pistol. Every year they are given the powder and shot to fire one bullet, and they are completely allowed and within their rights to shoot one customer every year. They have to wait until the next year. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. I'll do one more. Until the next year. But until that point, you never know if the person you're talking to has or has not fired their shot yet. And I think that would just help people, on the whole, be a little bit more kind and courteous towards retail workers. Because it's kind of insane and infuriating what people think that they're allowed to do to anyone who works retail. Like, there's just a couple people. Like, if you're rude to the waiter, we can do without you in society. Like, we may as well let this in the U.S. let the Second Amendment work for us. Oh God, maybe I underestimated just how much how big of a pain this is going to be. Yeah, everyone should be forced to work retail for a year. Like that should just be the starter job. Ooh, yes, grab that. All my crits up my meter and swap me into the stronger form. Roll pennies. I think I just get money for existing in the void. Wouldn't work. People are mean when active carrier. That's too bad. I mean, even if it wouldn't work, I still think issuing retail workers flintlock would be funny. So happy holidays to everyone who deserves them. If you don't, I hope you have a relaxing week. Yeah, happy holidays. Hope that you're at least able to take some rest over this weekend regardless. I think that bread is bread's strongest form. I mean, you say that, but well, man, where? Get off of that. Where is it? I know I have that somewhere. I think it's... I need to organize all this. You say that, but like the Eldritch Horror possessing this is a thing. Like that is something that exists. The Art of the Storm over the lake is... That one's one of my favorites. I got that one. I was thinking, oh man, I need more Art of Eldritch Horror. And unfortunately, I don't have that one in the easy to pull up stream asset. Like that one went from I need more art of this to yeah, this will do. Sir? Oh, there's a ton of them. Type defines Xmas lonely this time of year, more down part of the year, so try to actively that makes sense. Wait, I forgot I have like passive healing. I can just exist inside of here if I want. Like if you have an aversion to it or a reason to that you want to avoid it, then by all means, I hope. Oh, shoot! Ah! I lost track of my health. Art of Eldritch Horror is actually oxymoron. I mean, artist depiction of as close as you can get. Let's run him again. Yeah. In that case, I hope, Base, that you are able to completely avoid all the celebrations and just enjoy having another day. Ooh, yes. Mute. This time of year is tough for a lot of people. Yeah. What he said. Oh, I guess we have Shrine's chance. Anything down there? Can I commission you to draw Eldritch OC? No, nobody can. I mean, works as a rough estimate. Maybe that's a reason a lot of Eldritch VTubers are less unfathomable, unknowable cosmic horror that causes internal bleeding to try to comprehend, and more magical space squid, which, you know what, also a fucking vibe. As now that I think about it, I know a couple people who it's like that. Yeah, I have no idea how to phrase this, because on one hand I do just love their designs and I don't want to seem insulting for it, but most Eldritch VTubers can be identified as such by the amount of by the presence of tentacles. And I think there's one that I don't know if their design is like just space squid, or if they're also like explicitly eldritch but also explicitly squid. You take a look at this Eldritch Horror sketch. Ooh, no, if the King in Yellow won't fool me again. Ooh, Goobo. Or quite a few Eldritch VTubers in the tweet earlier. What? Oh yeah. Yeah, from the model, the new VTube Studio update. I am enjoying that, and I don't care what any use other people are getting out of that. That tweet was made explicitly for the Eldritch. That was made in service for us and no one else. Because I am going to have fun with it after I do more than just my cursory glance. 3D model tweet, that thing. Oh, right, that one. Yeah, because you were looking for people to, because you were thinking of learning 3D modeling and looking for people to test it. Yeah, that one, I suppose it's a combination of free stuff and 3D, which got a lot of people excited. Because it's kind of funny, I was looking through that and saw people who I follow, they don't follow me, but like, yeah. I guess it's one of those cases where it's VTuber acquaintances. And I'm like, okay, there's either people who I know follow me and saw this through, I don't know how they saw this. Maybe it is just trending that much. And I'm also seeing people that I'm not sure how they saw it, but I know, so this is popping off. Only expecting 10 responses. That's the power of a giveaway. So I was talking to people. Giveaways, partially due to the requirement that they, like entry requirements being things like follow, like, retweet, share, they tend to generate a lot of traction. But from what I've heard from people who've done them, they also tend to have like an initial following of people. Like a lot of people will follow you, and after the giveaway is done, at that point, then there'll usually be like a decrease in numbers, but you'll still get a good amount of people in. Objection to overruled. No one wants to draw me. Curse this complex design. Also, this is not me asking for a note. Yeah. No, I feel that, because with my other model, Corpse, which... Oh, I forgot that removed all the... everything that was attached. But, like, that one, I thought, yes, this is a cool design I like. Then I had to talk with an artist friend, and she's like, okay, here's the thing. Rendering a skeleton is a super common, like, art school thing, like a training sketch that you do over and over again when you're learning. And I personally am just so tired of rendering skeletons. Giveaways are 90% of the time repressed because free and model are usually suppressed by Twitter due to bot use. Interesting. That... maybe it's different phrasing on, or like you have to do it when in a similar way to when you're asking like, hey, do you know anyone I could commission for this sort of thing? Because generally what I've heard from friends who've like organized or set up giveaways is that they do pretty well. Yeah, I mean, I don't... commission is also a suppressed word. Familiar with War... Yeah. Yeah, the most memorable Warforged is one a friend played in campaign where first they were a Warforged wizard, then they died and decided that they wanted to be a swarm... these guys again? A swarm whatever ranger... and had their body taken over by bees. Love them. Yeah, as far as commission goes, I think that it's... yeah, that makes sense from what I've heard, that one is definitely repressed because people trying to promote their commissions, I've heard, have had really rough times with the algorithm. But at least for personal usage of like individuals, that one is, I've been shown many examples why you should not say that word on Twitter because of the sheer army of GFX bots that come in. Like, I swear it's disheartening enough where a lot of what you see on Twitter nowadays for like post traction and the like, is just coming from bots. I missed, or like shady accounts or the like, but yeah, bots are the same with giveaways now. Oh, wonderful. Wait, that, no, I forgot I had to watch it. I dropped below 25 health because of this. Oh, we're just going to see. Wait, the mocha's on his head? That is hilarious. He doesn't know how to drink. Well, I eventually commissioned an alternate version of Mecha where instead of being filled with wires and the like, it's filled with vines and roots. Oh, that would be really cool, because I think it's just a lot of the settings I've played in. They've played them as just Magitech robots where it's like, yeah, switch out the power core and logic circuits with magic equivalents and you're good. But I remember, yeah, the original lore is like they're somewhat living tree things, but that's really cool. That reminds me, I really need to, because I have the Eberron source book, but between Wizards of the Coast doing hot nonsense, me generally wanting to run sci-fi or more modern settings, and just wanting and enjoying trying out things that aren't D&D, I never really read over the Eberron source book, the one that explicitly has like the Warforged and Artificer information. But like, I looked through it and there's some pretty cool stuff in there, from like stat blocks for creatures that are just animated version of spells, to one of the coolest things I saw was way in the back in the battle maps, which was Warforged Titan. Yeah, they just have, D&D just has rules for humongous mecha Warforged that you can, that it full on expects you to have a battle inside of. The Master Duels fans, Wizard of the Coast shit in the bed is cathartic. Honestly, I can share the sentiment from the point of view from somebody who has played a tabletop RPG that wasn't D&D and like, oh, this is so much better than jankily collecting a half dozen different types of homebrew and saying, yeah, this is basically what I want. Like, instead of doing like, yeah, we have stuff for cyberpunk homebrew, I can just instead pick up for not much money a copy of Shadowrun or Cyberpunk Red and play a system that had everything that you were wanting to do, plus more insights on the genre than a bunch of kit bashed for the aesthetic and vibe stuff. So seeing Wizards of the Coast shit the bed so bad that people were honestly talking for a while of, okay, what other things aside from D&D are there? What other tabletop RPGs exist? Like, I haven't bought literally 1,000 tabletop RPGs. There was a fundraiser for like TT RPGs for trans rights, I think. There was 1,000 indie RPGs for like $5, and some of them are weird, some of them are phenomenal, some of them I can't wait to play, like Rod, Reel, and Fist, a game about fishing that also has all the rules for kung fu fights. Dual mat. Oh, right. I feel like we had this we had this conversation last time, and my brain is still smooth. Yes, Pathfinder. Like, it not only does it have better rules for a little bit more complexity because they based it off of 3.5 edition, like a lot of the homebrew that people want originally was stuff that they wanted to, or is either a system that they had in Pathfinder, content that they wanted to move up, or just inspired. I actually haven't. I haven't heard of Lancer. That, because mostly of what I play is Savage Worlds, because that has like basic rules for fantasy, modern, sci-fi stuff. I have an explicit expansion for like Wild West hot nonsense and sci-fi, and that enough stuff that it, like, one of my favorite features of that is it tells you exactly how, instead of saying like, okay, these are the races, they say these are the example races we have, and here's a massive table of all these traits if you want to make your own, which is just, it's better than having to awkwardly try to figure out how they balanced it for D&D when making your own races. Wait, Titanfall but tabletop? Okay, that is really good to know, because I've wanted to do some sort of campaign with giant robots, and I've been using the Savage Worlds rule set, sci-fi rules for that, but explicitly Titanfall, which is absolutely amazing. And oh yeah, I could have played that game on stream tonight. Meh, we'll get to it. Regenerating scrap. I think we can do one more. Because as I said, I like the adaptability of Savage Worlds, but being able to actually have a dedicated rule set is, in my opinion, almost always better than a more generalized one. Because there's one in the indie bundle that I'm really impressed with, that I don't know if it's a meme RPG or not, but it's called Breathe Life into These Weary Bones. The setup is you and the party are all skeletons raised by a jerk-out ass necromancer. Actual words in the source book. You have 4 stats: bone, soul, it's like bone, soul, grit, and something else. Maybe it was only 3, and you can get up to a 4 in them. But it's just, you are skeletons. The entire campaign is assuming rule of cool. So it, like, the DM's, the Bone Master's job is to make a cool story. You can just run off of, yeah, it would be awesome if. And yeah, if I ever want to run a game where players are undead or skeletons, then I want to do that. Fuel cell. You pilot your own mech. You can customize your mech with different weapons, armors, tech, like hacking other mechs' comms. So it also reminds me a little bit of, I forget what it is. I think it's Mech Warrior? That's, cause I know BattleTech is one of the old mech-based tabletop war games, but it's more closer to Warhammer. And I think, like Warhammer 40k, there's an expansion that is just designed for like more standard roleplay stuff. So it reminds me of something like that, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's also a little bit of a Pathfinder sort of vibe, where a bunch of fans who liked the original said that, okay, this has a lot of scuff that we don't necessarily want in here. Let's not. And, like, did their own revision for it. Which is also a super cool way to do... Oh god, we're only on the second stage. Like that alone is a super cool way to do indie RPGs in and of themselves. I use the rusty key to get a better version of the rusty key. Said video. Ah, thanks. I'll check it after stream. I don't know. It's just it's one of those things that when fans make their own games, if they do it well, then it'll be a case of Beatles. Case of they know the original source material inside and out. They're able to say, this is everything that worked well with it. This is stuff that we really would like to see change. And this, from hours and hours of play testing and playing it themselves, is absolutely awful and we never want to see again. Yeah. Like that sort of in-depth knowledge of whatever game they're deriving it from really helps a whole lot. You know what? If we find a scrapper, then we'll have the only use for Bungus. That. Oh, hey, we could go back to the void. There's another new altar. Nah. Where are you? Oh, I did not think this through. Ah! I overextended. I overextended way too far. Get. I also forgot my shift completely deletes my hitbox from the game world to the point where a skilled player with whatever the hell this with a void fiend is actually able to avoid usual one hit passes all immunity kills just because whenever they use this, just don't exist in the world anymore. Which is kind of going to be necessary for avoiding pain for this. This whole faction's deal is they were on a moon when it suddenly vanished, and now they're back and their robots use tech that shouldn't be possible. No one understands. Oh, Eldritch mechs. That actually reminds me of another system. There's a couple of these. It's like a whole series. It's Gun X Slinger, Sword X Bearer or something, and Mech X Pilot. That the entire I guess joke or concept of that RPG is that it can be played with 2 players. It doesn't need a GM, but it can have one if you want. One of the 2 players is whatever person finds themselves wielding the sword, gun, or mech pilot. The other player is the sword, gun, or mech. I want to play gun sling. Yes, when I heard about that, I'm like, oh, I love the concept, but unfortunately my regular tabletop group is too big that that even with a third person acting as GM, we still have the issue of either would have to do two gun and slinger pairs, or would have to have like some other weird rule, like probably two guns. It's 2023, I just had to explain my server what fake and gay meant. Ah, what a wonderful time to be alive. Honestly, the more I've been on the internet this year, the more I can see the sheer desire for people to get off of it and go outside. Because it's just too much. Too much of everything all at once. I suppose it'd be fine if there was less awful things happening all the time, but oh, thank God, an infusion. But it seems like every time you go online, if there's not something horrible going on, somebody has taken the effort to manufacture some crisis. It's just exhausting. Yeah. Yeah, because I've been honestly, just because of the sheer online exhaustion the past couple of weeks, I've been half tempted just taking like the week off, because on one hand I already have the week off, so I won't be doing much anyway. On the other hand, it might be nice to do even less. Huh. It's like something my alt account. Yeah, it does sound, that is very alt account coded. Do I have anything that's useless? Ah, damn it. I know why they have the broken items on there, but I do wish that they would let you scrap them even if they were broken. All right, where's the fucking bungus? Yep. Okay, as annoying as I find the items that do nothing but just generate a helper to be, this beetle's been putting in work. The meat shield's been nice. Yep. Healing chest, will this be something I can actually use, or something that I'm going to turn around and immediately scrap? Hey, it's something I'm going to turn around and immediately... Nah, actually, I will keep this one. It's still possible for me to bring up a charge, but it's not so overbearing like Weeping Fungus or some of the other will heal you no matter what, that it's annoying. Oh, another one. All right. That's a... Oh. That one already. That's the real question, is that at a certain point in one of these runs... Oh, right. I'm just looping repeatedly until I get... till I get to 20 levels. Because that is what an achievement I've been trying to do, and I should probably be going through these faster so I actually have a chance in hell to get... Get him! Ah! Too greedy. Most interesting thing about Lancers, they have Eastern style mechs. The idea is a mech's an extension of the body's pilot, and Western style mechs. The idea is a mech's a walking tank or a weapon to be up. Yeah, that is a really cool concept. That is either one or the other. I want a head empty. Even faster. Wait, not artifact of sacrifice because it takes for fucking ever. But like where it's either, and I assume, wait, I remember what I usually do with this mode. Usually bandit because I really want to get this. Going to do monsoon because I'm kind of cheesing it. And then we stack guillotines. Because why not enjoy a little bit of pain? Yeah, there's two points for this bullshit round. Most green items are going to be either rusted guillotines, which reduce how much health elites have, or fuel cells, which I'm going to eventually corrupt into lysate cells so I can just spam my R attack. Why? Because it's silly. Yeah, no, Mecha, I get what you're saying with that. Like, that is an interesting thing, and I really like the idea of how you could, depending on what factions you have, you could either be fighting like a anime style, like you could either be fighting a Gundam or turn around and there's something that has the front half of a 1980s helicopter and the back half of some weird crab and is completely loaded with guns, which honestly I kind of like. Ah, fucking missed. Oh, hit that one. Ah, get him. Now my mind just completely blanked. Like, what do I do for white items? What are we doing here? Ow. And the answer is just enough crowbars so that anything that dares oppose me that isn't absolutely massive dies in one hit. Because I know that for a while I swapped over to Railgunner for how I like to run this class, but I usually stack like 100% crit chance and then just stack one hit damage on there. I think the most egregious I got was that my regular mouse one attack, the rifle shot, was dealing like 10,000 damage per hit. Now, even though there's ways for Bandit to get crits by just hitting an enemy in the back, I still find that this is one that you can get a lot of mileage if you get 100% crit anyway, because that means you can start building it earlier. Ooh, large chest. Early. What do I do with... I forgot what I do with this one. Actually, I'm going to go Afterburner. Simply because being able to... I want to try this, but I think being able to use my shift more often might just be a nice thing. Because, what? It's like 2 seconds? One faction's lifestyle brand that makes high-end fashions. Their mechs are more Eastern and meant to look sleek and fancy. Another is former mining company that turns their mine. Ooh, I really like the vibe of, yeah, we were a mining company, or this is something that, or this was meant to be just a regular ass tool, but shit happened and we kind of need this to be war equipment now. Also, it turns out all the stuff that we had for regular ass oh shit, for regular ass mining really lends itself well to combat. Who knew? So I remembered what I forgot to get. Healing. And because we didn't find an equipment barrel, we will not. I do not think we are winning this one. Nope. All right. Oh, that happened. Think. Let me. Alt tab. Let me take a look quick because I am half tempted to swap games. Is that explosives, drills, flamethrowers just as good for cutting through people as they are through cutting through solid rock? Exactly. Video full screen because I just need to be able to close this, and also that just gonna be weird for a hot second. And ow. Forgot how loud that is. Put a bit lower. Do I want to swap over or do one more, couple more runs? Now that I'm looking at things, I want to do a couple more Risk of Rain runs. Also, I'm going to move this over here so it's connected for the end of stream. Massive send everything swirling. It's been uncased. What should I play? Not playing engineer because I hate them. All right. Yeah. No, I'm going to do a command run on Void Fiend because I want to learn how to play Void Fiend. So I've just been doing some like basic non-artifact runs because you get good random shit and you get to see how that all gets to play together. In some ways, it's, if you want to see how stuff works, it's better to turn off Artifacted Command than to do a run with it on. Oh, perfect. So I'm thinking for Void Fiend, it's going to be movement speed, attack speed, and maybe with some of the red items, some hot nonsense. Definitely going to want some backup mags because that mouse 2, that can do some nice stuff. And I think beyond that, I don't know, there's a build that I really like to do with Artifacted Command because being able to choose your items in this game just breaks it in half. I know it's technically cheating, but the sheer amount of glorious nonsense you get up to with this, in my opinion, makes it way more than worth it. And also this means I get, whenever void cradles appear, I get to... Oh, hey, speaking of void cradles, I get to actually ignore stuff like, oh, you were having good run? Well, I hope you enjoy this wungus that will make... They'll make it so you cannot get into a corrupted state anymore. Nope. Tougher times are always good. Ooh, plasma shrimp. Because this, as long as I have shield, which is going to be a little bit more appealing than any other type of healing, it's going to just double the hits I have. Yeah. So I find the best thing to do for this type of run, get one of every item you think is going to help, and then mentally note that, okay, we are done getting new things. We are just going to stack until it becomes untenable, or until I get bored. I don't know, at least half the fun I find with this game is just grabbing random ass... Oh shit, I forgot to... Just grabbing items and figuring out, statistically, how can I break this shit in half? Nope, nope. Right. We've had enough of you. And honestly, I just had a consideration. Most of the healing you get as Void Fiend is from their controlled form suppress ability, where you reduce how much... You reduce your corruption bar, but in return, heal 25%. And if I want to do something silly, like stay in my corrupted form the entire frickin' time, then I might have an issue with healing. Unless, of course, because every void item you get increases corruption minimum by 2%. So if you have like 50 of them, no matter what happens, you're going to stay in there. At which point, I don't think it matters what healing you have. I fucking hate the Beetle Queen as a boss. She spawns so many trash mobs that it's so hard to deal with. In addition to the regular trash mobs you're going to have to deal with. Yeah. Ooh, hey. Always activate the Shrines of the Mountain. Because you're either going to die, in which case it was a shit run anyway, or you're going to get 2 items, in which case you're slowly becoming more and more unkillable, which is a good thing. I know technically it's better to not... It's like you should only do it if you're absolutely certain. Do I want anything else? Yeah, I'll grab a stun grenade. Wait, no, I shouldn't have... maybe that's going to be helpful, but I forgot my attacks regularly stun. Go oof. What was I talking about? I don't know. Didn't matter anyway. But God damn, I actually have no idea what I was going to say. Something about trick. Wasn't important. Oh, right, Shrine of the Mountain. Yeah. Yeah, if you see it, you should always get it. Because, like, worst case, okay, that run didn't pan out, but alright, just start up another one. I was going to anyway. You do not simply play a single run in this game. And, like, if it pays off, you are going to get a really good payoff. Oh, I need to get a bit of gasoline. Oh, perfect. I suppose it's why I'm not good at roguelikes. That was not meant to happen. That I play it way too aggressive under the rationale of, it'll either work out perfectly fine and I'll be way ahead, or this is a problem for next run. Tricorn. The other thing is, at least for Artifacted Command, there's another good reason for it. That if you can find an equipment barrel, you can do something very stupid that, after I grab one more chest, that... Actually, no. But yeah, no, I need to heal up a bit. If you can... Since you can choose exactly what you want, you can always grab the Trophy Hunter's Tricorn. Which means you will always be able to one-shot one of the two bosses that shows up and get their... and get whatever boss loot they have. God damn it. I wanted to save that for one of the bosses. I did not. Yeah, because now we're just on the regular path, and that is as easy as it's always been because of... Wait, how did I get more? Well... Alright. I know which one to get. Charge Perforator. Chance on... Because I'm running this as similar to a commando build, where I'm going to be stacking on hit percent chances and just using the secondary form to go absolutely ham with this massive beam to increase my chance of actually hitting a proc effect. This is partially why I have this as a head empty game, because it's a lot of, like, you know, that type of game where you or someone that you know got into it and they're just like absolutely full like broke out the spreadsheets to figure out every single angle, took more time than they sometimes play the game to just fill it with this sort of logistical, let's figure this out, like solving every part of it, putting in the math and the equations to see what will perfectly solve and satisfy what they're looking to do. And here's the thing. That is my relation with this specific game. I will admit... Ooh, Void Cradle. If I don't rush in like an idiot and die, then I can actually get some useful items. But like, this is a game that I have... Cousin did that with... Yeah, Destiny 2. Off-World Trading Company is one that I had a friend who really got into, like, every single part and portion of that game that they could, and just figuring out the best statistical analysis they could. But there's something, like, fun of that level of hyperfixation in a game. Where it's just, I know I'm going very, very obsessed with this. However, nobody can tell you that I'm not amazing at this game. Like, it's a weird mix of pride and just sheer satisfaction of, yes, what I have done has worked. Which I personally just love to see. But it also has the weird side effect of, like, yes, technically this is a game I put a lot of thought and effort into. I, however, have done that for so long that oh, hey, the teleporter. That I don't need to think when I play this game because I just kind of know it already. Where's the... Oh. Hello. Ah, yes, a white item I forgot to get. Backup mags. One of the few that are very useful in low quantities. Right, you know, I don't know that game. Oh, shoot. Well, but that sounds kind of like I know from the name that it feels like a guards, like an Imperial Guard sort of deal where, or like some, it sounds like it should have the feel of like Dark Tide, of a game about the Imperial Guard trying their hardest not to fall into their defining trait of dying a lot. Oh. You. I am so glad for that little notice of, hey, they're over here. Close quarter. Oh, I think I remember you mentioning this, where it's where it's like a variant rule from the tabletop of, instead of massive armies. Yeah. Thank you. God, fireworks is also a very important one because it just goes ham. More glasses for more crit. Instead of 40v4, it's like 6. Oh! Oh! Which one do I... Pocket ICBM. All missile items deal more damage and fire additional 2 rounds. I think it still applies to the Mantis Shrimp because it's corrupted. Like, it's a corrupted item that usually gets affected, but look at the sheer amount of bullshit that the fireworks do. Right, for tabletop variant. Thanks for clarifying. Yep, it also affects this. Nice. So 4DV, yeah, so it's because of the smaller troop amounts, the map's smaller, which also does make sense. Like, you're going to need you're going to need like a smaller amount of variation for each and every one of those. We'll get another one. Because if you have 6 people, you don't want to be spending half of your map getting everyone into position. Then that one first and foremost. What's the... No, I don't think I want to corrupt the classes, actually. This one's that B. But I imagine that it's also one of those variants that was made to deal with the issue that a 40v4, like a quote-unquote standard level of, or standard map of 40k just ends up getting way too long. Like, it's fun and all, but also goes on forever, and this is a way to get quicker games in. I can... Right, the one green item I always forget to grab. The Hapu Feather. Saw a video where they played a game of a kill team on the back of a torment. I figure, okay, that is really cool. Because not only cool model goes brrrr, but also just the idea of where are these fights taking place? I don't know. Yeah, sure, I'll grab that. On top of it, like, you could do several kill teams as more involved versions of a massive fight, or like probably another part of their intent. Spec Ops teams. Like, yeah, that could be really cool if you go in to like a massive fight, like a regular rules fight, but also add on that you're running one kill team map where they're special forces with secondary objectives be to like try to hit like a missile silo or something else. You know what miniatures game was fun and I'm sick of pretending it wasn't? Dungeon Dice Monsters. That one also sounds familiar, but I might just be thinking of like Dicey Dungeons or another game. Oh, then we're going to... Wait. What? The hell was that? All right. That happened. You... Oh. Wait, really? I didn't know that Yu-Gi-Oh had a tabletop, like, miniatures games. Yeah, I agree with Mecca. That sounds really cool, and I'm curious how that works. Which is right up there with me wondering how the hell I managed to ice that boss so fast. Because I only have one thing of fireworks and one pocket ICBM. I made a GBA. Huh. I can see the GBA game because I know that like Pokemon had the video game of the card game of the video game. Like, there's just kind of, the GBA was just kind of the era of everything gets a random ass game, gets a random ass video game of the card game. But I assume in that case, it's a, oh my god. That Yu-Gi-Oh did a reverse Pokemon. Where Pokemon started as a video game that then moved on to then had a trading card game. Oh my god, this changes everything. my fireworks procs the plasma shrimp. This is actually huge. And another one. Holy shit. They're very over-designed. Yep. For as much as I was ragging on D&D earlier, I don't necessarily think that it's... Because one of my complaints with D&D is that it's a tad over-designed. It gets a little bit specific in places where it... Oh, I might just kill that outright. Like, it gets a little bit specific in places where it doesn't need to and has rules for absolutely everything. But sometimes sometimes if you want, like, D&D being over-designed is an example for this. It's really good for D&D's things and D&D stuff alone. Like, high fantasy adventure, perfect. So my guess, at least, is that this is a similar case. Oh, it's an in-universe to, I assume, like the various Yu-Gi-Oh anime, or probably the card lore itself, a real game, and they release... You know, I can get behind it a little bit more. Like, that level of defictionalization of... Yeah, this was something that was in lore alone, but we're adding it, but we're making it real. Like, that's just fun. Sorry, what? Alright. I am half wondering if I need to even consider healing, because it seems like I'm going to be at a point... Wait, let me get my corruption really low down. Oh, I'm not quite... I'm at 16%. Right, because I have 8 items. Right. 18% now. If I get it high enough, I can just spam. But I do need to get my attack speed up. Ace! What's up? Basically, Duke Delvin was going to bring the game to market with Pegasus Bow, and Yugi beat Pegasus Bucker injured, and the game was canceled. That is so gloriously specific, and just screams weird anime plotline that I love it even more. Successfully shaped a 3D torso. Ace, after this we are going to have a long and involved talk of every time you claim that you can't do something, because you just kind of show up and do shit like, I've never touched 3D modeling before. After a day of getting a willing test subject, yeah, we have successfully shaped a torso and are capitalizing on this success. It's honestly amazing. Okay, new plan. Maybe I should just get more fireworks, because that seems to be going very well for me. What? Another tricorn? Yes. Never said I couldn't do it. It's just a new thing. True. And honestly, with the background in regular art, that is a huge asset. Because, like, I've tried to learn a lot of art-related things, but it was just a case of I never really learned the standard basic stuff, so I was kind of at a loss of how to start any of those new projects and the basics that they assume. Holy shit! That they assumed would be there. Great asset. Hell yeah. So there's a YouTube series of guys making a scale to tabletop version of an Imperial Titan. The infantry figures are about 1.1 feet tall. The Imperial Titan model is a bit over 7 feet tall. Holy shit. That is a lot of model. Damn. Stumbled into an art career 3 days after buying a drawing test. Yeah. I guess the bigger thing is that it's I just have to sit down and actually learn shit and make time, which I suck at, and trained after all. Yeah, but I assume that like your start with art was a whole lot of like learning the basics over anything else. Also, where the hell is the goddamn teleporter? We just wing it, call it stuff. Fair. Yeah. God damn it. Because between that and the point that I want to make of mecha, which is if you want to learn how to do something, the first thing is to go. Oh, hey, a new statue. Yeah, sure. Is to get like the absolute. I'm sorry, what? All right. We'll double up the damage on crit strikes. I'm here for it. Is to first of all accept that you're going to be very bad at it for a hot second, and then just kind of do it anyway. Which I should really grab, because I bought a tablet a while ago to at least try to start learning, but then I got dragged away in many different directions because my wonderful brand of ADHD is not, oh thank God there the fuck it is not to hyperfixate on one thing, it's to evidently bounce around on various tasks and ability or various. Oh God, I didn't even get to tricorn. It just died to my missiles. Like, Ace, why don't you do a blender donut tutorial? I'm here sculpting a torso. Like, huh? Yeah, I have done the blender donut tutorial. From what I've heard, it's not necessarily the best way anymore, but it's pretty good. Titan's so big you can play a full game of 40k on top of it. I take it just the full on, like a full on 40 versus 40, not like the round of strike team on the other thing. Saw Pirate's video on coding and just applies to so much. Basically, learn what you need, then learn more as you need it, and don't try to learn. Okay, here's the thing. I already know how to code. Like, that's my day job. And aside from a couple of my personal gripes for how I code and how I go about like a project, that like that's just workflow shit that I need to start. I already know like how to do and go about learning that. Like, it's different because it's logic versus manual dexterity, but shit, I basically do nothing but video games all day. Huh. I guess what I'm doing over the Christmas break and the Christmas break that I have, instead of any other, maybe I'll stop streaming and just like learn how to draw or start that. Here. Yeah, I do really, first of all, I really enjoyed the model rigging that you did on this one. Just so schmoovin'. But also I do appreciate and have as my phone background the art that you made on my birthday. What I mean is the mindset works with so. Right, I see what you mean. Maybe I should try that. Ah, fuck. I forgot. So if you have 5 regenerating scrap, you can just turn it in here and you won't lose any items. Let's see. And I'll do it anyway. For what should I? What's a good one? Hard light afterburner for my shift. Honestly, yeah, like if you have good places to start for somebody who, I have a sketchbook and some pencils. I have no pre-existing anything else. So I learned Japanese. You know, fair. Like, there is the joke of, oh, you just you learn Japanese from anime, but like immersing yourself in a culture and learning little bits and moving on to more and more and building on that, like it's a slow process, but yeah. Hell, that's kind of how I was taught coding. Like I was taught, all right, most languages do all this sort of stuff. Like every language will have some version of a for loop, if selection statement. These coding paradigms help like know the difference between object-oriented, functional, and yada yada yada. Like, don't go in and try to learn all of everything. Learn the basics and branch off from that. I think I'm done with learning Korean for a bit. So you can go back to learning Japanese, or just be happy with, wait, how many languages do you know? Because I know English, Welsh, then English. You're learning Japanese, then you got distracted and started learning Korean. Huh. Yep, shit. For one of the best ways to learn basics of language, yeah, kids TV show, because they're designed to teach the basics of a language anyway. We'll get another one of these. And you do know less than a kid that's been immersed. Okay. Now, I think I'm just going to get the Brilliant Behemoth. There's not really some big tactical reason behind this. I just like things blowing up. Oh, Latin and French too. You know, I have a theory for stuff, is that, like with language, if you learn, like, the first language is the hardest one you have to learn. After that point, it gets easier because your brain is used to learning more languages. And I think with, like, anything, the more you learn how to do shit, the better you're able to learn how to do more shit. Because at least half of what it takes to learn new shit is knowing how to learn shit. Really, yeah, that too. Like, if you learn Latin last after the various languages that are descended from it, you're going to have an easier time learning Latin, because that's the root language. Otherwise, to learn how to speak French and German, which are unfortunate as those languages I hear are tough to learn. Here's the thing though. It also depends on how you're learning it. Because, like, I know a little bit of French because I learned it in high school. Because everything I heard in high school was that the Spanish teacher was either in the middle of being fired or actually incompetent, and we don't know how she keeps her job, or oh, I should get one of these, or that instead of taking Spanish, you should take French, because, well, the French teacher is weird and creepy and has a permanent smile plastered on her face. Students will at least go out of that class knowing how to speak French. Which, yeah, probably garbage fire the Welsh language, then English. Yeah, fair point. After you were really just got started, and after you learned how to speak English from a foundation of Welsh, you're just like, yeah, nothing else is really hard. Which I'll believe. I just love that I unleash my massive cloud of rockets. They hit something. If you're in midair to do so, and then a cloud of plasma shrimp fire follows. Damn. You're actually preserving culture. Like that, I have heard so much about how a lot of like British Isle languages that aren't English are super rare, becoming dead, and is kind of a big problem. Because of cultural eraser and lists. And like, sat here like, bro, why make me suffer? Also fair. I don't know, just know that you're doing important work if that makes it feel better at all. Okay, I'm definitely going to die because of this, but I think we can just finish the void challenge, I say, as difficulty starts making its way over. English is such a language, just 300 other languages pretending to be one. Bit more than 3. It just kind of kept on collecting more languages. There was a brief time when languages like Scandinavian and French were very common in the UK or on the British Isles. Time when French was actually just commonly spoken, which is why there's a lot of loan words. Latin's also dead. Used to be in medicine and law, but they've been slowly trying to exclude Latin in law now. Honestly, fair. Like, Latin in scientific and legal contexts, I can see them not... I can see them trying to veer away from them for the sheer reason that there's enough of a barrier to understanding in those fields. Like, on the subject of learning shit, one of my favorite like memories of learning computer science is that there's some things in CS that that only make sense with the context of computer science is like 50 years old in its current form. It's a really new but still technically hard science. Like the computer language Python. You might think that that's named after the snake. No, it's named after Monty Python. So many things that have dumb names, like GNU. It's a... I haven't had to think about GNU in a long ass time, but it's like a operating system similar to Linux. It stands for GNU is not Unix. The GNU in that expanded acronym stands for GNU is not Unix. So on and so forth for recursion. Why? Because computer scientists have way too much time on their hands, have access to way too much popular culture, and by definition must be terminally online. They're responsible for it. Kind of people would just travel the world collecting things that don't belong to them and calling them their own lineage. Like, who would do that with words? Probably the same people who do with artifacts. And that alone... Apparently Doug learned Python coding through chat. Well, it makes sense. One of the better tools for AI coding is... God. What the... I can't... Okay, in all fairness, I've forgotten this because I actually do not like AI coding at all. I had an awful professor and just a miserable time at it. Oh, shoot. But it's, Jupyter Notebooks. That's what it is. or various Python libraries. It's actually a fun way to make fun of people who are way too into AI, because Python, all in all, being, again, one of the more modern languages, is actually really user-friendly. So I missed my other... Oh, hang on, I want to scroll up because I don't. It's also understandable because it sounds like they're about to say a Harry Potter spell in the courtroom. Yeah. The Japanese language. Why am I so small? I mean, I know why I'm small, but why in this particular case? But yeah, since Python is so ridiculously user-friendly, largely and admittingly by reducing a whole lot of chaff and nonsense that was embedded in older languages, it's also like it's easy to learn and like a good beginner's language. Like my first programming language was Python because of all that. So not only are they using one of the easiest to learn languages, they're also using one of the simplest, least, like, if you have a well set up notebook and know how to set it up, you do not do like regular Python programming as much as you do stats and data analysis with AI. Like, it's really, really easy. Also, welcome in, Kamini. I hope that your stream went well. I saw that you made some pretty good progress on your YCH, so congrats with that. Welcome in. Yeah, Japanese language too. I've heard less about that because it's easier to complain about languages you personally speak. But on the subject of the sheer amount of artifacts, get over here. Taken. That was something that. Oh, that is not my heal. That is the opposite. I might die. This might be it. Oh, thank God, that was barely. Like, I took some archaeology classes in college too, and they are... Nobody in archaeology likes the British Museum. Oh, yeah. English loanwords. I was wondering if it was more, like, foundational from, like, loaning from Chinese or other languages from the region. But now that you mention it, there is a whole lot of English loanwords. Huh, this is getting more and more perilous, but still we're here. Yeah. Are you teaching me how to code? I teach you how to draw terribly. Okay, you say that, but like, I've seen your art and I really like it, so yeah. I will teach you how to code terribly and leave very stupid things in your comments just to mystify and confuse you later. Because I think I mentioned that the stream bot that I have, I used that for a notepad once. Deep inside the code, there's a comment that just says, check out Mystical Ninja for the Nintendo 64 for stream. And I forgot about that until either it's brought up or... it's either brought up in stream or I need to get in there for some reason to change it. And then at least for my work, there are always comments of like, why the hell is this? Who is responsible for this? Why do we have it like this? Okay, let me wait once. There we go. I probably should have waited to use the barrel until my first batch of fireworks was done. I'll say, you go, yes. I do not even know if I said that correctly, but I have a feeling the answer is no. Japanese equals Chinese light. Huh. I'll take your word on that. I want to say I could teach something, but I could not think of anything I know worth teaching. Well, I was saying, what did start us on this rant and side tangent, there is actually nothing stopping you from learning anything. Like, Well, actually, I say that, but if you can afford materials and have the time and energy, like, you can just learn how to do shit. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. All right, which one of these do I want? This could be interesting. Oh, hell yeah. Wait. Nah, well, I'm tempted to do the Deep Void, but, you know, I got this guy from defeating the boss down in the Deep Void, so... Oh, sweet. That was the boss. Here for moral support. First of all, that is a very much important for learning shit, because, like, I was not considering picking back up art or anything. I'll see if I get a missile drone. But people say, like, no, it's not actually as hard as you think, and there's a lot of resources, is what's going to make me try my hardest to pick up my sketchbook and pull up some art tutorials tomorrow. And like, Ace, you did... How many things have you learned this year? I've actually lost track. But suffice to say, if you do want to learn shit, like, there is nothing stopping you from starting. Wait, I could have sworn I had a ukulele, or was that on a different run? And I will admit to personally being bad at doing things like getting off my ass and actually trying to acquire new skills, due to a combination of either I do not have the mental energy right now, or either just ping-ponging off to the next thing super quick. Well, I don't know what that is, but Mocha. Oh yeah, Law Korean, Biv Japanese, art kit rigging, that was painful. Speed painting, ultimate. Right, speed running ultimates. Yeah, that was a lot. I remember the study guide that you showed me. That was a lot of study, not a lot of time. Editing. And we can just leave the rest at etc. Oh wait, a focus crystal would be great. Like, that is... Like, that's just perfect for my small close attack. So where's the last... Oh, it could be the... This happened on the run I did... Oh, no, he's just there. And one over there. But sometimes there's two of these little void bubbles in a map, and then you have to track down the second one to get out of the loot in the first. Alright, let's see what we got. Yeah, just get more of that. Oh, I completely forgot to get tri-tip daggers from white items, which would double my damage from bleed. Oops. But yeah, I suppose at least part of it for me is that I did not expect to be as good as I am with streaming, which take that however you will. But that has actually panned out to a point where I'm like, well, shoot, I actually like being on stream. I should really pick up some of the associated skills though and make regular streaming a lot easier. Like, because I am comfortable in some art programs. Like, I have GIMP, which is the GNU image processing tool. It's named with a similar intent as the Twitch integrated throwing system, TITS, and really says all you need to know about Linux nerds. They wanted to make a tool, so they did. It's not good. It's kind of Photoshop light, but it's way more complicated than it has a right to be. You know, we'll just grab more fireworks. That seems to be working in our favor. But it's also aggressively there. Wait. Do I have a license anyway? Oh. Oh, I was confused because... Right, it doesn't matter. I shouldn't have picked that up for my R. Hey, I will get an encrusted key. I feel like I'm at a point with this build where I can largely just go to the next level when I find it. Which, you don't love that for me. Yeah, because art's been one of those things I've just been generally impressed with all the friends I have who do it. Because it's a little bit like black magic, you know? You wave a little stick around, some curses are uttered, you generally work by what oh wait, there was no reason for me to get that. Kind of. It can make me extend my Kurt thing. And, well, there's that reason. And generally speaking, I feel that is how it works. Question one. Oh, sorry. I was looking away because a lot of things was happening and just... Actually, no, that's beyond. Sorry about that. So for Brendan, if you had to teach a master class on any topic of your own choice, what would class be about? I feel like on my case, coding is one of the few things that I'm, like, qualified to talk about, since that's one of the things I actually know how to do. Oh, shoot, there it is. And, like, I do it professionally. But, I don't know, there's still a lot that I need to learn for that. I'm actually not entirely sure what I could masterclass teach on. Like, at least to a level of this is something that I know how to do really well and believe to be an expert on. Oh shoot, I never actually used my equipment. I killed him too fast. Yeah, because we're going to be looping, so I may as well start building for free red. I suppose the weak answer is stuff involving game design, or old games and games in general, but then again, that is kind of what I built the stream on, so in a way I'm already doing that to the full extent I can. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's really another reason why I kind of want to learn more stuff. Just to yeah, be able to do that. But it's an interesting thing to think about for sure. This almost charged 90%. Ah. Seems like the drones are doing okay down there, so I'm just gonna hang up here. Oh. I've gone back to the void for round 2. Now, now we loot. I wouldn't call it a weak answer. I'd say mine's NASCAR rules and strategy. The Shinzu of the racetrack. Yeah. Right. So at this point, I'd be wondering, what more items do I actually need besides spinning my build into absolute oblivion for whatever reason? But this is also taking into account the fact that I completely forgot to... Holy sh... That was a boss! I'm going to have to find equipment that is not this blunderbuss, because I just kind of hit things too fast. Okay. So I know where the teleporter is, but I also saw a chest. 200-mile-per-hour chest. I suppose it's one of those things that at that speed you kind of have to just be very, very vigilant of literally everything, because if you're not, then you've got a 200-mile-per-hour disaster on your hands. It also reminded me of that got a beetle queen that just got eviscerated. I swear, the brilliant behemoth, or no, the pocket ICBM with fireworks, because these were doing work at a single stack, which is ridiculous. Like, I guess it was technically going at the rate of 3 times, but god damn. Alright. Where'd that teleporter go? Got what I was curious about. But yeah, I was pointed it towards this endurance race thing that's called 24 Hours of Lemons. Not Le Mans. Lemons. Because it's just accurate that way. The rules state that there is a certain amount of... There's a certain cost that you cannot overspend on when you are making your car. You have to be under $500 in order to qualify for this race. Oh, hell yeah. And any more than that, unless you're spending on safety equipment, is just not allowed. What's over there? Shrine of Chance. Get one of those. And from what I've seen, it's absolutely hilarious. The classes used to be might win, has a chance, or might finish, might have a chance of finishing, will not finish, or something like that. And yeah, we'll get one of these for... Oh, I should get a splatter sheen. Just found out some very famous VTubers interacted with a tweet. I mean, here's the thing. On one hand, your tweet did pop off. This is now fully a hit. Oh, a hit tweet category. Second of all, the allure of free shit is always and forever in the front of people's minds. Second of all, it is a very good way for them to be supportive of people trying art, and definitely a good sign for them and you. Third of all, I am nosy and and have no chill. I am curious who it is. Oh, we've solved. Oh my god, I have an idea for the next red item we find. It's because I showed my capabilities. Oh yeah, capabilities with like your super advanced 3D model, and even like you still knocked it out of the park with my very basic 2D model. Like, that's something that if they look at... Oh, that's just a barrel. That's kind of disappointing. Like, if you look at your list of what you've done, you have a very strong portfolio. DM you later, people. Hell yeah. I will try to remember to bug you about both this and beginner art tips. Okay, I'm curious because there's stuff up here, but all right, the teleporter. There's a don't think there's a thing up there. 500 for base. Click buy-in. Problem solved. The fucking stream of fireworks. Like, it goes on for a long ass time if you have enough stacks. But that plus triplicates, that just feels unfair. God damn. So I'm tempted. There's like two options. Actually, how many options for a final boss are there? Because you can either obliterate at an obelisk, which technically counts as beating the game. Like, for most things that require beat the game, it's that or obliterate. Or no, I'm not strong. It's just that this game requires you to break it in half or you will not survive. We are getting to the point where it's do or die. To be on 1.3k, so ooh, I'm looking forward to the Wheel of Punishment. That is going to be fun for at least somebody. But that's also a massive... Oh, shit! Tracking void thing? Great. Yeah, this... I fully believe that this game was made to appeal directly to the ADHD crowd. That one thing, the type that just gets too much stuff going on and that makes their brain go brrrr in the happy way. Oh, there it goes. And I am guilty of loving it. Ooh, that's a good one. Infusions are always good to grab because they increase your maximum health with kills, which is super easy to get. 350 followers, spin a Wheel of Punishment that includes things like 12-hour stream, cosplay purchases, workouts on stream, gifting subs, Nuzlocks, giving out shiny Pokemon. Honestly, that's a good reward and incentive thing, and maybe something I might take some inspiration from, because I feel like that sort of incentive for growth and the like, of like, hey, and to celebrate milestones more than anything else is a good thing to be conscious of. And I I'm gonna be honest, I spent all my ideas at 50. Like 50 in affiliate, I am tapped. Alright. What's a good one here? Does this... Okay, that isn't one yet. There's a strat with one red item, the sacrificial dagger. A whole lot of gasoline, which I don't have any... Jesus. I do not have any gasoline. Oh, right. I completely forgot. Instead of stacking 10 tri-tip daggers, you can stack 100% crit chance, which, yeah, I got. Or, no, I'm at 95, so I should get one more thing to get that up. But 100% crit chance, you can grab one splatter sheen to apply bleed on every attack, and then, ooh, then I can corrupt the daggers into needle ticks to get 2 different effects. But yeah, your brain does work more often than you think. Like, you got good ideas when it comes to content making. Hopefully it won't be too bad what Mecha says, but at least cosplay does sound fun. I know that you're working on a couple that looked really sweet. Yeah, no, the firework noise makes the brain go brrrr. I can't believe I'm going this far on normal difficulty. I really should have kept it at monsoon, because like it just pushes back what point you have to get to before you get to like an equilibrium. Because with drizzle, easy, that's like immediate. You're gonna get that off the bat if you know what you're doing, unless you're learning the game or something. But oh, hey, another boss. But with the basic difficulty, you got a bit more time first and a little bit of hope and pray. Monsoon, you kind of have to be prepared to start cheesing at the start. Like, at least with this, I always go for the Trophy Hunters Tricorn because that guarantees bosses. Too worried of that kind of stuff. Kind of worried if I'll try something and get bombarded with a streamer I've never heard of it first, and I'll feel horrible for quite some time. Yeah, that's... well, that is a concern. That is one thing that you kind of, at some point, have to say or admit that the content creating sphere is completely saturated. Like, there is nothing new under the sun when it comes to anything. I've even seen other people with a roll of bread for the model, the different forms for an Eldritch Horror, or even the concept of something or ghost haunting a bread roll. I've seen somebody else come across independently. After a certain point, you have to say, like, okay, other people might have done this better, or other people might have done this first. They might have even done this better. However, I'm doing that, and if I combine enough things that I've thought of independently, then that will become its own unique thing. It'll reach its own thing. Yeah, you gotta put your own spin on things. Like, you gotta... It's not just, this will make me unique. It's, I'm doing this in my own way with my own purpose. What else should I should start stacking will-o'-the-wisps. Like, at this point, I should just get massive explosion bullshit. Because why not? Every streamer has done something or another, so who cares? Nothing is original. As long as you're not ripping off designs or using AI, everything is permissible, really. Like, nobody's going to have 100% unique content or anything. Ooh, hey, Void Cradle. Give me the needle tick. Unfortunately, I don't remember the exact stat increase for needle ticks, so it could be more, could be less. Alright, I still haven't gotten any fucking gasoline. Let's do this. Holy. And I forgot. Void Fiend is absolutely terrifying on his own, especially corrupted, and I am almost in perpetual corruption, so I do have to watch what void items I'm going to be getting. To get, yeah, that is something that takes a while to figure out, and I'm not entirely sure what my brand is. I think largely for me, I just try to stream stuff that I know I can bring a lot of passion to and a lot of excitement, or something that I'm temporarily hyperfixating on, which is partially why I'm playing Risk of Rain tonight, because like going into this, I was not in a good mental state. I was also very exhausted and did not have the energy to do a good job on any of the RPGs that I knew was going to be tempting for more talking, more off of the bat, like lot of stretches with nothing happening. So I chose a game that I knew would, at the very least, if I head emptied and didn't have anything to say, I could comment on the sheer stupidity of what was going on. Bring calm chaos. Chill, but unpredictable. And also a whole lot of surprisingly high-level plays. Like, I am still remembering when you were playing 16 and went through the Titan boss fight with, like, no damage. It was incredible. Alright, I think I know which one I want from this. That's concerning. And also dead. Disposable rocket launcher, because that, if I see blue items, there's a couple that, there's one that'll reduce your equipment cooldown, but will make it automatically fire when ready, which is just not a bug, it's a feature. Forgot about that. Yeah, I also remember that. Yeah, I remember that made a lot of people very salty, which is honestly a skill issue on their side, and they really should have thought about that before being mad that somebody who was good at that type of games and good at reaction concept or content was good, had good reactions. Yeah. I don't know, people are weird and kind of dumb. Alright, let's see what we got in here. I'm just gonna get more of these. Still. Oh shit, I still need to finish that game too. I think I'm right after I'm right at the series of side quests where where mid's having you run around to build an airship. And I don't know why I stopped. Jesus. But I remember it being a good game. Like, that came out and I remember thinking, this justifies my purchase of a PS5. So it's Sticky Bomb. They're both white items. Bit more attack speed. Wait. Oh, I fucked up on the equipment again. There is a better one. Remote caffeinator. This is dumb for one reason. I am planning ahead. If you can purchase a healing item, but that means I'm going to have something to always activate my much more effective. Jesus, how many fireworks do I have? Where are they on this list? 8 stacks of fireworks. I'm going to get that up to 10 because at this point, now that I know they're going to be always usable, why the fuck not? The time of my life in this fight now. Yeah, finally a game that you enjoy mechanically, because it just feels good. Like from start to finish, I remember both being very much low on potions and that being a bit of a problem, like not doing the best with perfectly dodging shit. It was still fun, like it was cinematic, it looked great. What do I need here? What do I want? That. And it was really fun and satisfying to play. Like I can fault it for some side quest design and some. It's not a perfect game, but in terms of the combat, that's good. People need that more people need that kind of mentality. Whenever one of my sports teams lose, people try to poke fun at me, as my friend groups want to do. I'm like, yeah, we suck and got beat, got played better. Yeah. I think at least part of that is growing up that I never gave a shit about any sort of team sports like that. But also the team sports in my area was the Detroit Lions. So we had a weird thing where we were more prideful when they lost in awful ways than when they won. And then after that, it was more about, okay, what's a local team? Okay, who are they playing? We want them to win because everyone will be mad when they lose, but they're insufferable when they win. Because we do not care as much as they do. I only ended up using 3 of 5 potions through the entire game, which you could give mine. At least in this case, I actually don't mind getting through shit by the skin of my teeth, because at that point it's like, okay, how the fuck am I still alive? What resources do I have? Oh, I actually used all of them. Like, I don't remember what game it was that really kicked it in my head that I had to use, that it was not necessarily a good thing. Yep. To like save certain resources for a rainy day. But after a while, it just became like freeing to get to a point where I would just use absolutely anything and everything to my advantage. So it's more thrilling than only just, yeah. Whole lot more thrilling. I guess we'll get another shield generator. But just like, that is a void corrupted grandparent. I do not like that. I don't care that. Oh god, that would be so embarrassing if at the point where my game is starting to lag, I almost got absolutely nuked by a one-hit kill. You. Nah. So I had a 2D model for that Titan fight. Oh god, the tail would have been absolutely crazy. I would have, like, I know you had to put a limiter on that thing in order to get it to not go absolutely insane at all times. Probably would have broke. I have like, from as hype as I remember hearing and seeing that thing, no chance. Yeah. All right. Where's the damn teleporter? Wait, oh, perfect. This is so dumb. Scavengers start appearing on like your second loop through. They drop a bag. They drop a bag full of a lot of items. More gas. Like, this is enough to fully build a stack of whatever the hell you want. Gas. More will-o-the-wisp. More gas. Another ignition tank, because why not? Because now we're getting to the point where we kill one enemy and the ones near them start blowing up. Saving all the fusion cores. When I went through that game again and realized that if you were good about doing the side content and looting fusion cores, you could actually just live in your power armor. That is the point where things just started going insane for me. Hey, I'm a pacifist. Aggressive tail wag at violence. I'm not. Oh my god, I didn't fire at all. That was just a. All right. Fucking hell. At this point, I'm pretty sure every time anyone says you're a pacifist, I'm just like, yeah, that plausible deniability is getting less and less plausible every time I hear it. Because violence is just fun. Case in point, all of this hot nonsense. All of this hot automated nonsense. Wait, I just realized. My head follows the camera. Because normally this is supposed to be worn as the headgear is supposed to be worn as expected. I'm not sure that that's attached anymore. Good on you. Oh, God, I remember what green item I need, but it's way too late for that now. There's one that enemies will take 25% more damage for 4 status effects. I should be dealing slow, bleed, collapse, and stun if I have a... I should be dealing 4. I don't know. Anyway, this is going... I will say now, this is going to be a massive anticlimax. Of the 3 ways to finish up a run in this game, you can either... Well, I guess there's 4. You can either obliterate yourself at the obelisk, removing you from reality, but giving you 5 lunar coins to use on next run. Or, if you have a... Oh, I forgot that's not healing anymore. If you have the Beads of Fealty, instead of obliterating yourself at the obelisk, you'll go to a special place where you can fight special end boss Scavenger for 10 lunar coins and bragging rights. Alternately, you can do the first final boss here, which is where you go to the moon and fight a massive boss here. Every time I get to this boss, it absolutely wrecks me, to the point where the alternate super hard bonus boss that you fight in the deep void, after either randomly getting a deep void portal or that second void portal that we saw when we were down there the first time and completed it fully, that will let you do one more. Ah! Damn it. We'll let you do one more level in the Deep Void, and then we'll let you fight the Voidling, an absolutely massive crab thing that is usually worth the title of bonus boss. The Voidling is easier because Mithrix, the boss here on the moon, has a mechanic where he'll steal all of your items, and I am usually so overtuned with everything that I just get slapped by a facsimile of my own build. Normally when he gets to that third phase, he's in such a weakened state that it's not much of a problem. It's just if you build too aggressive and give him stuff he can use like fire rate, i.e. what I have on me right now, that can cause problems. Like movement speed and fire rate have the problem of he will go from sluggishly moving to over enthusiastically attacking and moving at a rate that's really hard to keep up with, especially because he just stole all of your items. So you're down from this rapidly firing monster moving at insane speeds and crossing the map with a single bound with your dash to you've just started a new run and have to collect everything all over again. I've only actually beaten him in multiplayer and I usually don't survive the escape from the moon because I died during that boss fight. And by the time everyone is ready to escape, I've served as a meat shield out in front of him so everyone else can get their items back. Or I stand too close and I get one-shotted by his hammer. Oh, there's a fourth one. Sweet. Let me just... Although, hang on, there's like a... Nah, I don't see any beams of light over there, so I think this is the only one. God damn it. Ah. The problem with the forms is that sometimes I actually just need the uncorrupted form to do stuff. Right. Full barrier! Or not? I guess they can't reach me up here. Well. Oh, I never got a second red. There's a red item that when you overheal, you will fire damaging enemy tracking wisps. And between the Aegis, which lets and encourages you to overheal past when you normally would be able, and my ability to just spam heals, that could be a fun thing. However, I do have 5 regenerating scraps, so there it is. There's usually a one last chance to forge a red item in here. Yep, there it is. Oh, ceremonial daggers. I wish that the ceremonial daggers and a bunch of fuel cells is a fun one, because if you have the voodoo doll... Alright, what? Which one is it? That's the regeneration rack. This one, I think. Soulbound. Ah, wrong one. It's called, like, Necromura's option or something. Yeah. Well, given the plan to get in there and... Oh, damn it. To get in there and just wreck shop with... with fireworks on our equipment. I can get behind this. I wouldn't be surprised if it's one that I don't have unlocked. Oh, that's too bad. I wasted a red. Wait. What do you mean? Game. Don't lock me out like that. I say as I probably had the ability to climb up there on my own. We're going to need a bigger ukulele. That's actually the name of the song on. You're going to need it. I absolutely adore the music in this game. It's just so good. Well, that's first phase down. Which is... purchase a refreshing beverage. Take some time to... Oh, I didn't even go through my barrier. My God. Get another one down because I think these stay after he steals my items. Oh, hey, Aru, thanks for the butters. How are you doing? Yes, we have multiple
bread.
Oh God, that. But how are you doing? I hope that you're doing good this Oh my God. I never fucking beat this boss. My moon detonation in a minute. So, shit, I forget how the hell do you get out of here? The neck pain. Oh, doing good. That's good to hear. We have 2 minutes. Oh, shit. Oh, right, you have to teleport. Oh, good. The game's going surprisingly great. I was just doing a long-ass run of this to see how broken I could get. Answer. Wait, there's Risk of Rain Twitch integration? I didn't know that. I did not know that there was an integration for this. I need to look into that. Because that sounds like a whole lot of fun. And the rescue ship. But yeah, I guess I just got really... I had a good broken run with this character. Because normally I get absolutely destroyed on the final boss. But just because of his second form's stupidly powerful attack, I was able to get up close and shred the boss to get my items back. But no, I hope that you're doing good and that the neck pain is hopefully going to subside soon. Alright, just put more money in the vending machine. Oh, this is disgusting. This is disgusting that this works. Oh my God. I never expect to actually beat Mithrix. Remember seeing someone have points redeemed to summon enemies in health packs. Interesting. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised if that's crowd control. I know that that has a whole ton of different games that you can put in, like a lot of retro games. I've seen Star Fox 64, Super Mario, whole like, oh, well, hope they didn't need that. The moon. God. All right. Void. I wouldn't be surprised. Void Fiend, again, the most overpowered builds I ever seen are on like mercenary, not merc, and so it comes for all of us. Right? By lore, the Void Fiend is a commando that was left on the planet during the events of the first game, got trapped in the deep void, experimented and trained upon, and is very pissed that he got left behind. That I'm taking a picture of this quick because this is disgusting. That I love Artifact of Command. I should have done this on Monsoon. So that answers my question of how to play Void Fiend, and honestly, I don't think I have another run in me right now after all that. At least not one that I'm going to try to be doubling up on, or doubling down on just how dumb that is. Oh, hey. Perfect. I know exactly who we're going to raid. Chance VT. Going to raid Chance. She is playing Cooking Mama. And given the fact that I remembered somebody asking me if it was possible for me to stream Cooking Mama, this is, yeah, sorry. It was really close to the end, but I'm really glad that you were able to come in for a bit, and really hope the net gets better. Again, it's always nice seeing you, and honestly, that goes for everyone. It's always nice talking and chatting with everyone. This was a great stream, and I am really glad to have it. Streams, I'm just going to say it's going to be like guerrilla style. I'll stream if I feel like it next week. Thanks for the mass catch. Oh, shoot, before we leave, I almost forgot. We were going to fully derp up the orbit on the bread. that is so ridiculous. I love the new VTube Studio update. This is amazing. Well, see you. Let's go.